Alright, what is going on, everybody on YouTube? Griffin here, coming back to you guys with another live stream from the Millennial Motivation Entrepreneur YouTube channel. First and foremost, if you're new to the channel looking to join an awesome network of like-minded individuals, definitely consider hitting that subscribe button below and checking out our totally free Discord group chat. It's down in the description box if you don't know what Discord is. It's just a app that we use for our group chat. It's super easy to sign up. If you have a smartphone, you can do it literally within just a couple of minutes. And there's about 60 or so of us in there right now, so it's just awesome to see that growing so quickly. And we got about 550 of us here on YouTube as well. So another day, another live stock market stream. I looked at my work schedule this morning and they hadn't added anything to me, and since I'm not paid by the hour, if I don't have work, that's just how it is, so no work. But I get paid for what I do. I pretty much front loaded. I did all of my Friday stops yesterday and the day before, so they didn't add nothing for today, so whatever. But so that gives us some time for a little bit of live stock market trading. You can see oil doing decently, hasn't moved too much. It keeps trying to retest around 57.50. It's gotten rejected a couple times. I actually bought some UWT on the dip right before the bell. It was about 10 to 15 minutes, if I remember right, before the bell. You can see natural gas as well. I literally missed out on an amazing buying opportunity right around the opening bell. I saw D-gas right around 57.85. I was considering hopping in. I had just started to look at natural gas, and it was somewhere like right in this little area, like 286. And I was like, no, I don't really want to get in right now. I want to look at the chart a little bit more. Sure enough, it kept sliding, so we missed out on at least 3 to 4% profit already on D-gas. But I'm not going to hop in at this point. We might take a look at it here in a little bit. But we did buy just a few more shares of UWT when it dropped down to, I believe, 1571, if I remember right around 1571, 1573, in that area. We sold our gush a little bit too early. We can go ahead and go look at my overall portfolio. You can see we're up a little over 2% on the day, close to 3%. We've only position we have right now is about 35 shares UWT. The reason that position was so small is because I was holding 100 shares of gush that we sold way too early, which we'll talk about here in a sec. But you can see right now, up a little over 3% on the UWT position. Target sell is a little above. It's right around 16.25 is my target sell. I believe we actually touched that briefly a few minutes ago, but it was super short-lived. Yeah, it was super short-lived. We hit like 16.23. We came back down to the 16.20s. But honestly, I'm pretty bullish on oil overall today. Like for the day, I think oil is going to end up roughly a percentage point, which means obviously UWT is going to be up roughly 3 to 5% probably. So right now it's up 1.5%. So I mean, all it has to do is double. We'd be up around 16.40, 16.50. So if I can get that out of it, that'd be awesome. But if we start to approach the resist, we're going to have quite a bit of resistance here, right around 16.20 to 16.25. We can just see our 5-day chart. You can see right around here we've had quite a bit of resistance. Right in between 16.15 to 16.25, lots of resistance. So it's going to be interesting to kind of see if we can break through that today. Which means for oil, when we're looking at oil, same resistance level right around 57.50. So I have an alert. I have tons of alerts set, really, way too much, really. This 56.25 was from earlier, and all these were from earlier in the week too. But some areas that I'm looking out for, 57.60 and 57.21. I think we need to hold above 57.20 throughout the day. At the lowest, we need to hold that level that we hit this morning of 56.90. I don't think we're going to revisit that today, but there is a possibility. I want to see us at least hold 57.20 throughout the day as our next support. We had a quick little shot up. I look for us to come back down probably over the next half hour or so, maybe an hour. To retest that 57.20. It'd be awesome if we could break through over 57.60, which it looks like we might try to surge up past that here in a minute. Getting really close to that same resistance again, 57.50 to 57.60. But yeah, so we sold gush right out of the gate essentially because, as you all know that have been tuning in for a few days, I got gush for a horrible price yesterday. Hopped in way too early. I thought I got it at a good price point, right around like in the 1070s. And then I bought a little bit more in the 1050. So I pretty much had 100 shares Average buy cost of like 10, I don't remember, like 70, right around 1070 to 1075. And I sold it at way too early, like 1080. What did I say in our Discord group chat? Let's just go look at it, so I'm not guessing. 1081. So I mean, I literally made not a lot on that. I made roughly $70 on the overall trade. But after being down like over $50 on that trade at one point, I will definitely take my little $8 profit, better than having to just like break even on a trade for sure. Which I was discussing yesterday. If I could break even, I was going to sell. So the fact that I ended up making some money on that trade, like I said, do not think in the terms of dollars. If you can get out of every trade profiting, especially on a zero fee platform like Robinhood, you're going to make plenty of money to come. Just focus on those percentages. Like right now we're up 3.5%, almost 4%. I'm just not selling right now because I think oil is about to push through that 57.60 barrier. But we shall watch and see. See what we're looking at. UWT right around 1623. DGAS still hovering around 90. I look for it to get rejected here and come back down. Might make a new daily low, new low on the day. If it does, we might look at scooping some position in there. Another thing I might do today, since I have plenty of time, you might see me do a SPY option, a very, very short-term SPY option day trade. I only have one day trade that I've used so far this trading week. It was on Wednesday. So, I mean, I have a day trade available for sure if I want to play SPY. But right now, I don't really like doing it early on in the morning. I like to kind of see the overall market direction. If we get some huge move to the upside, like over 81 to $82, then I'll probably do a short position. But if we all of a sudden have this big push downwards into the low 280s, then I'll consider maybe putting a short-term long position on. A lottery ticket is what I call it. It'd probably be like the March 1st or March, what would the next one be? March 5th, something like that. Let's see, it would be March 4th deadline. Because SPY, if I remember right, it trades like pretty much every 2 days on the options. So we might look at playing that, maybe. I'll probably go ahead and set some alerts here, just to kind of make sure I don't forget about it. Not that I think these are critical levels. It's just I want to see either a good drop or a good push to the upside. At or above 281. So yeah, got a couple alerts set there. I'm not looking to like get in it anytime too soon or anything, but we'll keep a lookout on it. Looks like oil starting to pull back a little bit. Let's pull oil back up. So yeah, it looks like oil might be getting ready to short-term pull back, like we were just mentioning. If or when it does here in the next hour, I definitely want to see it hold the 57.20s. Like I would say lowest point, absolute lowest 57.17, but I want to see it hold 57.20s, maybe even 30s. So that'll be kind of interesting to watch out for. Let's see. And like I always say, guys, if you have any ticker symbols or any questions or anything, definitely just feel free to shout it out there in the chat. That is what we are here for. And it looks like we got 4 of you tuning in so far. So, I mean, if you guys have any ticker symbols, any questions, anything like that, definitely just feel free, like I said, just shout them out there in the comments. Or not in the comments, but in the chat, you know what I mean. So, right now, market overall starting to kind of figure out its direction. SPY also looks like it's starting to pull back just a little bit here. Not an awful lot. We'll kind of see what's going on. Snapchat, man, Snapchat's a heck of a story so far. I mean, this thing was down in what, the low 5s, under $5 back in December, right around Christmas, and it's all the way up to $10 today, back over $10. That's crazy. I don't think it's going to sustain that long term. I honestly think I'm in the boat that Facebook overall is like the quote-unquote king of the whole social media game. And I think once a lot of people start running back over to Facebook, I think Snapchat's going to probably go back down to sub $8. I think overall, though, right around $8 is a good price range for Snapchat. $10, in my opinion, it's overbought. But we'll see kind of what happens with that one. So VIX is all the way down to 15. Yeah, I think sometime in the next week, we're going to see some sort of pullback overall within the market. I mean, you can see SPY just got rejected at 281 again. It looks like it's trying to make a push up, though, now all of a sudden. Might have missed out on my good little day trade opportunity right there. But, it just keeps getting rejected right around 281, and that's a critical level of resistance for SPY. We've talked about it many times, that this level right around that 280 to 281 is just a super strong resistance. So, I mean, if SPY can break it to the upside, then who knows, we might run up to 290 over the next couple weeks. But I'm in the boat that if we don't break that today, I think next week the market's probably going to pull back a few percentage points. Not like a huge correction or anything, but some sort of a pullback to like the low 270s. I mean, from where we're currently at right now, that would be what, about a low 270s would be about a 3% move to the downside. So, I mean, that's not even a crazy move by any means. Thought I had my laptop plugged in, but it just let me know that it's on low battery. There we go. All right. But yeah, I'll be watching this one pretty close. I'm actually going to set another alert to see if we can break the high of the day. I want to be notified of that. Let's just say 86. Wow, we just had a drop. Let's run over to SPY. This might be worth playing. That's probably my alert. We're going to do options. Come on, load up now. Well, it pretty much already filled, but we'll keep an eye on it here. I want to see if it'll continue to drop over the next few minutes. This might be a potential quick little in and out day trade, depending on how it moves over the next couple minutes. The manufacturing index just came out. 54.2 versus 55.6 estimate. So yeah, we're going to kind of keep an eye on SPY and see how that affects anything. Just keep watching. Just wait for the lowest price you can get one of these options. The one I'll probably be looking at will probably be the 280. The 280 call. Just depends on how low this thing continues to drop here. How's oil doing, by the way, now? Oil's still hovering around 57.43. D-gas is back under 90 already, because the natural gas is starting to push back up a little bit. I want to see if natural gas can reach 2.87 again. That'd be a good price point. Okay, let's see. This might be a good time to get into. Might be a good time to hop in. I would rather miss out though than get in too early, which is why I haven't made the trade yet. Because another dime to the downside or upside can make a huge difference. Just look at your option price. It's already dropped, what, about, wasn't it at 118 just a second ago when we were looking at it, that 280 call? It's down to 105. So, I mean, you can see how just a few penny move to the downside can really affect these prices. I'm kind of liking it around that 240 price point, though. I'm going to go ahead and just buy one. See, it already went up $5 just in that couple seconds that I was messing around with it. I might not get in now. Oh well. There'll be plenty of moves like that throughout the day too. It's been a while since I played these day trade options. But see, this is just a prime example. This was down to 103, 105. It's already up to 116, 117. That would have been a quick 10, 12% profit in 2 minutes. A 2-minute trade, you'd have made 10 to 12% profit right there. Just like that. I'm just going to watch it though. We'll kind of come back and forth to it. I'll keep setting a few alerts to see if we're going to keep moving to the downside. Couple more alerts set there. Yeah, missed out on that little opportunity, but oh well. It is what it is. I'd rather miss out than hop in at a time that I'm not too certain about it and then end up losing money because of it. Oil still hovering right around 57.45. Natural gas 285.5. Yeah, like I said, I think D-gas is going to keep on coming back down. Wow. Yeah, I missed out on that opportunity. Let's take a look at D-gas. D-gas, I think, is getting ready to come back under 288 before long. It's already about to go. Yeah, there it goes. Back under 289. I look for it. If you're wanting to get into D-gas for a quick short-term play, try to get it under 288 because I think overall natural gas is about to head on back up and try to retest 287. It'll be kind of interesting to see how that plays out. I'm going to go ahead and set some alerts on that as well. We're going to find a little bit of resistance right around 286.5. So I'll just set one alert for that. Yeah, oil's starting to kind of look like it's getting ready to roll over short term. But like I said, if it pulls back, I think it's only going to pull back into like the low 57, high teens, low 20s. But might be a good buying opportunity. RSI is cooling off on the 1 minute. I love looking at the 1 hour chart when it comes to looking at oil. When it comes to a lot of my technicals, I love looking at the 1 hour MACD indicator. It just tends to work out a lot of times for me. There's times it doesn't, but a lot of times that 1 hour MACD does work pretty good in my opinion, at least from my experience. So right now, our RSI also isn't too bad. It's cooling off a little bit. It's around 55. But I still think overall it's getting ready to pull back here in the next few minutes. So you're probably wondering, why aren't you getting out of UWT then? Because I'm pretty much planning on holding my UWT for a while. I think overall oil is going to end up, like I said, about 0.5% to 1%. So a little pullback isn't like going to scare me out. And besides, my position is really small within UWT. So if it pulls back more than I'm expecting, then what I'll do is I'll probably just add some shares. And if worse comes to worse, I'll hold it over the weekend, probably sell it early next week. But I am planning on getting out of it today, but we'll see kind of how it plays out. No one can tell the future, obviously. D-gas back over 89. SPY is coming back down a little bit here. Oh, to my program. There we go. Hopefully our stream's still doing alright. It says low video output. Hopefully shows on my end on our streaming software that we're doing alright. If we're having any video issues at all, definitely just let me know. SPY is now below that 42 mark. trade some options on it. Did we just break another one? Oh, that's natural gas. So natural gas just went below 285 as well. So we're still going to be looking at the 280 call. So you can see we're back down again to around 107. Back up to 110. So hopefully we are doing all right. We got 4 of you tuning in. Someone let me know in the chat if there's any video issues, video output issues. My streaming software is saying we're fine, but I just want to make sure with you guys that we are doing all right on that end. Probably just missed out on another quick, very quick opportunity. Come on. Computer's loading a little slow this morning. 1 hour is not looking good. But obviously I'm looking at playing a possible very short-term SPY call. I probably just missed out on yet another opportunity. Could have got in around 107. Would have made a few percent right there already. How's it going there, Nick? Nick P. This is the TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim. It comes for free. Like, all you have to do is sign up for a TD Ameritrade account. They do try to make it look like you have to fund your account, like whenever you're going through it and signing up. But once it gets to the point where it says fund your account, unless if they've changed it, you should just be able to scroll down and you just hit save and continue later, or worry about this later, something like that. And then once you have your account, you just download the Thinkorswim software. I think you have to actually search for the Thinkorswim software, but once you actually like find the link or whatever, then you just download it. It's good for Windows, Mac, whatever kind of trading, or not trading, whatever kind of system operating system you have. But yeah, it's totally free. And then for my actual trades, I'm using Robinhood. So there we go. What do you guys think? About to break some more to the downside, or are we going to bounce back up again? I'm watching this super close because I'm wanting to place this trade. It's just going to be one call that I'll probably trade. It's just a quick little day trade that I want to get in. Let's look at our 5. God damn it, I just missed it again. I don't want to get it in the 40s because it's too high. Just dropped a little. Yeah, sure thing, Nick. So I'm gonna go ahead and place this. I'm gonna have a very tight loss on it. Hold on here. Pays to wait. Pays to wait. So look at our price now. By waiting, we got another $5-6 knocked off of that, which doesn't seem like a lot, but you're talking a few percentage points right here. Keep on dropping. Sorry, I'm going to be going back and forth quite a bit here this next minute. Wow, this thing's almost down about 1/4% from where it was at. Come on, Phil. Man, fuck. Fucking Robinhood. Call placed, so I probably just missed out. Okay, I don't know why the hell this laptop's acting this slow this morning, but it's really starting to piss me off. Because it just made me lose my damn position. What the fuck? Where are we at now? Well, it's a good thing I didn't get filled. Good lord. Wow, holy hell. This thing's dropping pretty quick right now. Look at that drop. I'm actually probably going to get 2 shares on this one. Or 2 contracts, I mean. Wow, look at that drop. Degas down to under 2. There we go. I got filled. So we'll see what happens. I'm betting on a short-term push on SPY. I'm going to sell these very quickly. We're up 3.5% already. No, I want to sell, not buy. I have 3. I need to be careful here because it could take another leg down. Like, yes, it is oversold right now on our 1-minute chart, but the market doesn't care a lot of times. How's the overall? What's everything else doing? Oil's pulled back some as expected. Natural gas pulled back some as well. So a lot of energy stuff pulling back right now. That might be. I mean, it's definitely not helping the market for sure. There we go. So we're up 7%. Man, I'm being so patient. I'm going to go ahead and cover my 7% profit. Quick little day trade. Probably could squeeze a little bit more out, but it's just not worth the stress. Cover your profit. So yeah, you can see second day trade. Whatever, I don't care. So boom, just like that, we made a quick little $18 in what, a couple minutes. That's all good with me. probably, like I said, we probably could have ended up squeezing a little bit more out of it, but that just goes to show, guys, if you get in, you saw, it only took, what, about a 10-cent move to the upside for us to make, what was a 7% return, a little over 7% return on our SPY options. And like I said, probably could have squeezed, it looks like a little bit more. It's probably going to at least fill the gap to 280.20, but it could easily also go ahead and roll over and take another leg down, which is what I was paying attention to on that minute chart. And I just don't want to take the risk. So as you can see, it's already back under. It's going to do. More than likely, it's going to fill that gap. And more than likely, we're going to, at some point, even end up retesting the high of the day. Unless if the overall sentiment in the market starts to go south. But again, never, ever, ever, I cannot stress it enough, never, ever be afraid to take profit off the table. Do not, if you get FOMO, you are going to be getting effing out of luck is what you're going to get, because you're going to end up burning a hole in your account over time. So, I mean, that was a quick little $18, nothing too major, but man, it felt good to play some SPY options again. It's been a long time. So, overall in the last month, that puts us now up over 12%, and in the last week, up about 8%, 8 to 9%. So Nick P, if you're still tuning in, let's go take a look at DGAS for you. Oops. So DGAS is back at 90.82. What's natural gas at right now? Natural gas is at 283. So if you played this, hopefully you sold around that $92 mark. I didn't even realize it hit almost 92 a second ago. Like I said, I actually missed out. I was going to buy it right before the opening bell, right in the, I think it's actually right after the opening bell, right around like right around like 87.80 or 87, something around 87. And I just didn't, because I didn't get a look at the natural gas chart, and I didn't want to buy it if it was going to continue to slide. Pretty much have a repeat of what happened with my Gush trade yesterday. You can see pretty much the same thing happened. I bought, popped up a little, and then it just kept sliding. So I wanted to at least get a good look at it. Missed out on a little bit of profit, but I think I made up for that profit with that SPY trade. Nice job. Thanks, Josh. Where are you playing today, Josh? Yeah, see, SPY just continued to slide, so it's a good thing I went ahead and sold when I did. See, that's exactly what I was talking about. I saw we had this quick little push move up, but that we were getting a little bit of resistance around 280.10. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and sell, because yes, it could fill the gap up to 280.20, but it could just as easy go back under 280. And what did it do? It went back under 280. So, whew, good thing we filled on that one. That's just a prime example right there of always, always, always cover your profits. Hell, I'm half tempted to hop in right here, right around 279.80, but I don't want to use my third day trade, because then I can't do any day trades until next Wednesday. So that would be a long stretch without a day trade. Monday to 3 days without a day trade. That would be brutal. So that'll probably be it as for actual day trades, but what I will do is probably, depending on how much oil decides to pull back here, which it looks like it's starting to a little bit, I might load up on some UWT, depending on how far down oil decides to run. Setting on some Gush. What's your target sell on that? Is it still around, I think it was around 11 something if I remember right. I don't even have Gush pulled up anymore. Where is Gush? 1108. Be careful. That 1115 is going to be a very, very brutal resistance for Gush. I mean, it's up 6% on the day. I mean, that's a huge move. If I had held out on my position, I would have made another $24 on my Gush trade. But shoulda, coulda, woulda, right? And that's at the current price point. If I had held in just until this current price, if I had held to that price, I missed out on $30, $35 of profit. But it is what it is. You're averaging. Oh man. I mean, at least you're getting close to break even. That's where, like I said yesterday, I was like, if I can at least, because Gush, I'm just not feeling good about Gush, to be honest. It's not trading how it did last year. So I've just been pretty much going all in with UWT now, and I'm probably hardly ever going to trade Gush anymore. But like I was mentioning yesterday, I was like, if I can just break even on this Gush trade or even make a little bit, I'm just going to cover, which is what I did first thing this morning at the opening bell. So right now we're looking at UWT. Love playing that SPY, but man, see, I want to play this so bad right now. Look at that drop. You can make a killing on that call action right now. Should I do it? I feel like I shouldn't, but I want to so bad. That's the kind of drop I was talking about right there. You get a good little drop like that on your 1 minute chart, I guarantee you this thing's going to fill up to about 279.80. So crude just broke 57.20. But I mean, I guarantee you this thing's probably going to fill the gap to about 279.80. I mean, you're talking another quick 10 to 20% profit right here on some option calls. I mean, it's still up 1/3% on the day. And look how oversold that thing is. Man. Oh well, I still made over 7%, so I can't really complain. So you can see oil just went negative. It's in the teens. Might load up on some UWT here. I'm still up on my position, so I'm not like worried, but I'm looking at averaging up on my position. This thing might retest $57 here. I wouldn't mind it either, to be honest. If this retests that 57, hold it one more time. Let's see what we got going on here. Make sure there's nothing spooky going on. Yeah, this thing's probably going to retest sub 57, 56.90s possible here. How's UWT? 1590. I'm tempted, but I don't think it's done falling yet. How much buying power do I have? $1,200. Oh yeah, and by the way, I did add $100 to my trading account overnight. For anyone that's wondering how I mysteriously jumped up to like 17 or however much money I have in my account now, $1,800. There we go. Testing 57. I'm gonna buy a little bit here. See where we're at. 82. There we go, 1570s again. Being patient, being patient. Those that are patient shall be rewarded. I think 1577 is where I placed my last limit. So we bought just 25 shares. I'm not like I'm not like buying a whole bunch right now because I know this thing could slide a little bit more today. And if it does, I mean, I'll buy a little bit more. Bring the average buy cost down some. Average buy cost is still around, what did it say? It jumped up to like $15.69 now is my average buy cost. So, we'll see. You guys know I'm super bullish on oil, and good little pullback buying opportunity. So I just wanted to buy a few shares. Our total position now is somewhere around 50 or 75 shares. Or 60, yeah, 60 shares. We're still up about 0.5% on the total position, but on most of our position, on a big half of our positions, we're pretty much at break even right now. So probably done buying UWT for a little bit and kind of just see how it shakes out the rest of this morning, early afternoon. In all honesty, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see if oil just kind of gets pinned around $57 today. Ends up down like 0.25% or something like that. Right now we're a little over 0.33% down. So I mean, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we end around like say 57.10 something on the day. Let's see. So see UWT is right around 1582 again. So our average is 1569. I started out, it was like 1563 or something. I bought a little bit right before the opening bell or right at the opening bell, one of the two. And I just bought a little bit more at 1575. So yeah. So far now on the day, we're up pretty much around 3%. Not too bad of a day. For the week, not too bad either, 8%. And then for the last month, about 12% now. So not too bad for a first month back at trading. Swing. For the most part, I do like more of a swing trading style. Like I said, I pretty much have today off of work because, man, what the hell? Because I moved up all of my Friday work to Thursday and Wednesday, and they didn't add anything else to me today, so I just happened to have today off. So I figured I'd hop on here with you guys and do a little bit of live stock market trading. Ooh, I'm about some more here. I'm buying some more. How's our 1 hour chart look? Yeah, I'm buying some more. Sorry about that. I am going to buy that. I am going to buy some more now. Limit 65. Where we at? 62, 63, 61. We'll say 63. Wow, it's still dropping. Okay, so we'll buy 20 more shares. We'll say 58. There we go. About some more 1556. And that is it. That's all we're done. Man, I got a bunch of alerts going off. DWT is over $8. That's the first time in a while that it's done that. Because oil is now well under 57. So I think this is a good buying opportunity today. Oil down 1%. Awesome stuff. Is there some news that we don't know about? See if I missed anything. I don't have nothing on my phone yet. Let's pull up news. Genesis Energy, oil eases, await fresh supply, that doesn't matter, inches lower. So I think it's a good buying opportunity. I mean, there's nothing really too major going on. Down 1%. I mean, we all know that a 1% move on oil is a pretty decent sized move. Oil's been pretty volatile this week, though. If you've been following it, we had that down 3% day. Where was that at, anyways? What day was that? Was that Monday or Tuesday? I forget which day it was. That would have been it was like the 25th or 26th, if I recall. I think it was this day right here. We had like a 3% move. Maybe it was. I don't think so, actually. Can't find it. Either way, we had a 3% move to the downside. Then we had a big move to the upside. And then we've kind of just, past few days, kind of just been hanging out between 56.50 and 57.50. We just kind of been hanging out right in between that price point. Down a little over 1% right now. UWT is at 15.40. You have no idea how tempted I am to buy a little bit more of that, but I'm not. I'm going to hold out. I'm going to make myself just stick to my position, even though I really, really want to. The further it drops, the more tempted I am to buy. I don't want to get too big of a position because I already have a really big position, 80 shares. I mean, that's quite a bit of my account. $1,200 worth of equity in there. 70% of the portfolio. So, I mean, definitely don't want to get too big of a position in there. But, let's see. We got 6 of you tuning in. Like I said, if you guys have any questions or anything too, you can always feel free to shout it out there in the chat. How's the overall market doing? SPY, let me guess, about to go red? Not quite, but it's getting there. You notice oil's been dragging the market lately. Like it pretty much for the last couple months, from what I've noticed at least, how oil tends to go is how the market tends to go. And you can see oil, pretty much when oil started dropping, the market started dropping. And oil's down now almost 1.5%. I might go ahead and buy some more, to be honest. You have no idea how tempted I am. This is an amazing buying opportunity. I need to find the support though on oil before I do that. Right around here. So you can see we had a little bit of resistance right around 56.50 on our 10-day 1-hour chart before we took that leg up over 57. So I look for that right around this area to act as a support. We might drop as low as like 56.15. Doubtful. I mean, you see what I'm talking about here? Look for this area right around 56.50 to act as a pretty strong support. Like I said, we might drop or down to the teens, but I don't really look for that to happen. I think right around this area we're going to find our support overall for the day. But man, that one day, look at that, just jumped off a cliff, didn't it? Back to 1537 on UWT. Come on, load, you piece of shit. Robinhood web is working so bad today. It is so fucking slow. And like I said, if you're new to the channel and you want to join an awesome network of like-minded individuals, just hit that subscribe button. And we have a Discord group chat that's down in the description box. There's like 60 of us in there now. It's just awesome to network with a bunch of like-minded people. I think 1530 is a decent buy entry. That's down 4%. might get that 15.25 actually. I'll be damned. Can't find my price point. Okay, I promise that's it. Can't pass up on a good buying opportunity like that. So other than that, we're just kind of going to watch what oil does the rest of the day. Because, man. The Dow went from up like more than 200 to just up about 70 now. SPY, if I'm thinking right, is around the same. Only up about 1/3% as well. So market overall sliding. So yeah, it'll be pretty interesting to watch the rest of the day. And we got a lot to be ready for come Sunday night when the futures go back out for Sunday for going into Monday's trading session. But yeah, anytime you get this big of a move in oil, you know it's a good buying opportunity. Just go back to earlier this week. Down 3% within a day or so, up 3%, up another percent, so on and so forth. I mean, it's been a pretty sideways week overall for oil. I mean, you can see on our 5-day chart, I mean, we've come from lows of 50, right around 55 to just 56.38 is where we're at right now. So only about $1, a little over $1 change in the price of oil this week overall, which is not a huge move to the upside by any means. 58 is still a very, very critical level. 57.50 more so is the critical level of resistance, which I still think we're going to end up retesting it before long. But now we're going to have to retest $57 again, which was our support. Broke that down. So, I mean, we're at least going to test 57. So, I mean, if you talk about retesting 57, you're talking about almost a 1% move to the upside, which means over a 3% move, 3 to 4% move to the upside for UWT. So, I mean, if you got into UWT while it's down about, what is it now? About 4%, then you're probably going to talk about a sell point of $15.80 to $16 at the minimum. That's just by retesting $57. I'm still in the boat that oil is very bullish. We're just talking very short term, as in maybe as soon as today, but for sure probably Monday, Tuesday next week. This is more of me just setting up for over the night because obviously, like I said, I'm not trying to do any more day trades today. If I was going to be hopping into some SPY options. That's where the real money is at when it comes to day trading, those SPY short-term options. If you were watching earlier, you saw that we had a quick little 7-8% return, and if you literally apparently had just gotten in, you probably just made the same amount of money on this quick move to what looks like 280 push. If you got in right here and you held to right here, you probably just made 10 to 20% return on your money, at least. And where we played it, for those of you that did miss that, we played this red candle right here. We bought ours at, I forget what was the price, like $85 on the contract, and I think we sold it for, I don't even remember the price. All I know is it was like the 7 to 8% return on this quick little move. I mean, not even a big move to the upside. It was literally from around 279.94 up to about 280.10, I believe, is where we sold that contract. It's like if you'd gotten in right here, you can see this move's even bigger. So I guarantee you that's a 10 to 20% move on your options contracts. And if you're not selling right here, you're gambling, that's for sure. Because overall market sentiment right now is keep on moving to the downside. Oil right now back up to 56.54. UWT just like that, all the way back in the 1540s. Doesn't mean we're not getting ready to take another leg down or anything, but like I said, when you see a big pull, not even a sell-off, just a big pullback like that, it's a buying opportunity. You just know everything bounces. Even if it's a dead cat bounce, I mean, oil's bounced about, what, 0.3% roughly. It was down about 1.5%, and that meant, what, about a whole percentage point for UWT. So even if you were doing just buying stock trades, you would have made 1% just like that on UWT. But yeah, that was a good buying opportunity for some calls on SPY if you caught that. So obviously our UWT positions making the day not look so good. What the hell just happened? I don't care about that. Because we've averaged down now on that position. Our average buy cost is what? Still 15.57. So we are down on that position, but I know it'll end up paying off. How many shares do I have now? 100 shares. So pretty much a penny move means $1 made or $1 lost on UWT right now. Probably want to set some new alerts on oil now, don't I? So we're still hovering around 56.50. Let me pull up that 1 hour chart again. Now I really like the 1 hour chart. So I'm going to set some alerts. I'm going to set an alert to see if we do retest those 56 teens. So we'll say 56.20. And then I want to be notified when this thing goes back above. I'll probably say 56.70. Yeah. So that's going to be a little bit of resistance right around there as well. And then after that, $57. So couple critical levels there that to be on the lookout for. But like I said, that was a good buying opportunity if you caught it right around the 56.20s, 56.30s. We averaged down pretty much all the way down. A lot of people will say what I just did was stupid because I'm obviously not diversifying whatsoever, but everyone, in my opinion, has their own style of trading. I mean, I'm not going to say that people that diversify are stupid and vice versa, but a lot of people just go with that old-timer investor strategy. But I mean, I'm still up overall for the last month 10%, so I've done in the last month what most retirement accounts will do in a whole year. So bite my ankle, and that's based on my UWT position being down as much as it is. So if you're wondering kind of what I'm thinking the rest of the outlook's going to look for oil today, I wouldn't be surprised if they try to fill the gap upwards of $56.90 to $57. But at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if they pin it to be down a little over 1% on the day. I'm wondering what the hell happened that caused this drop, because I haven't heard or seen of any news. Shell says Netherlands plans criminal charges over Nigeria deal. I mean, I don't really see a god-awful lot that would say, let's cause oil to go down 1.5%, but it happens. Like I said, it's just a good buying opportunity, if nothing else. So our 1 minute chart still looks good. Low RSI, really low MAC, like the MACD is very good. And then obviously the 1 hour chart that we look at the most. I mean, yeah, it still shows we can move a little bit more to the downside before being oversold, but we also got plenty of room to run to the upside. So that'll be interesting to kind of watch this afternoon. Looks like natural gas is kind of just hanging out around that 285 level. So this might be a good time for those of you looking to get into degas. If you're looking for a day trade on that, it might be, or even a swing trade, maybe like over the weekend trade. I don't like buying. I don't want to buy it above 90. In my opinion, I think you can get this for $88 to $89 sometime today. But it looks like it literally just pushed over. Looks like it just put. There you go. So I mean, it's back under 90, but it looks like it was around 89.50 just a minute ago. So I'll kind of hang out on that and see if natural gas can push back up over 285 briefly. I think it's going to, but yeah, I think it'll retest that 285 surely within the next few minutes or so. If or when that happens, might be a good little play on degas. Short term though, you guys know I do not like holding those overnight. Degas and UGAS, man, they're as volatile as damn penny stocks, man. So yeah, UWT still pulling us down. If you want to look at the overall day, we were at the peak up almost 4%, hovering pretty much around 3%. If oil alone just fills the gap, we're going to be back up about 4% because of us averaging down. Our average buy cost now in UWT is in the 1550s. So, I mean, very good price point. I mean, 1557 on our average price point. Let's go back to UWT for a second. That's not what I meant to do. With the average price point of 1557, target sell, like I said, the target sell is really around 1625. But I mean, even if we decided to just settle for 16, you're looking at a 3% average return, well, 2.85. And then if we do hold out till about 1620 to 1625, over a 4% return on that investment. It's probably going to end up being a little swing trade, but that's all good because I can only use one more day trade till Wednesday. So, but hopefully you guys are staying green today, making a little bit of money. For those of you that are tuning in, so far today we sold our Gus shares for a little $7-8 profit. We made a quick 7-8% return on a couple of SPY calls, very short-term calls. That's what you can really be looking forward to in the next year or two on this channel specifically. Whenever I finally build up this account, I'm adding to it every single month. This last month I added alone $1,600 to the account to get it going. But once I finally get to that day trading limit where I can day trade full-time for a living, I will be day trading SPY options all the time. Stop. Dog out there growling at people. Probably can hear him on the stream. He wouldn't even hurt himself, let alone somebody else. But, stop. But yeah. SPY options, they're the easiest way to make money in this market for sure. And that is what I cannot wait to be trading. Good lord. Getting pinned right now, right around 56.50. 1517 was the low of the day. Are you kidding me? I didn't know it dropped that low. Give me just a second, guys. I'm gonna get this dog away from the door. Sorry about that. I know that can be annoying. Damn dogs. But Wow. So oil's finally above 56.50 at least. Yeah, I think from here we're probably going to start to fill that gap. Like I said, my personal belief is that this is at least going to fill the gap to 57, but who knows, it might end up getting pinned. But we'll see. Quick little move to the upside here, though. Look at that. And another thing, too, that I'm probably going to do once I can trade full-time is day trade futures, which I'm starting to do a little bit of research on just to kind of see exactly how that game works, because there's a lot of money to be made, but there's a lot of money you can lose in futures as well. So I'm just starting to learn that game a little bit. So we're back at 15.46 on UWT. D-gas hovering right around $90 again. Didn't mean to do that. Natural gas is still, like I said, wait for natural gas to retest the 285. Wait for it to push above it. I think it's going to today, and if or when that happens, you're going to have a good buy price on D-gas. If D-gas is your thing, of course. But hopefully the stream quality is like from the video standpoint. Hopefully we're doing better than we were. It said low video output for a while, but if we have any issues, definitely just let me know. Looking a little bullish right now on oil as well on that 1 minute chart. Let's see if something from a technical standpoint. So yeah, I mean, you can see that we are at a very, very, very critical resistance point right now. That 57.50 to 58 mark is a stupid critical resistance. When we finally break through it, our next resistance is going to be 60 bucks. So I mean, there's a lot of move to the upside after we finally can break through that $57 to $58 barrier. Break through that, it's off to the races from there. So it's just a waiting game. So just for anyone that's tuning in, let's just go over a recap of all the trades we've submitted today. Not a lot. I mean, there's not a lot there. God damn, Robinhood web is so slow. So like I said, we put $100 in the account overnight, so that means total I've put $1,600 now in the last month into the Robinhood account. And as for trades, you can see, so you can see I sold, or no, I bought my some more to UWT, just 10 shares. I bought a few more this morning, pre-market hours, and then I sold all of the Gush at 1081, premature, but I was just happy to at least make money on that trade because I thought that trade was going to go totally against me. Bought the SPY contracts at 84 cents, $84, and then sold them literally in a 2 minute span. You can see literally within 2 minutes we made $6 per contract, and you might not think that's a lot, but when you look at it, I should have took a bigger position on that, but it was just a short little to put my feet in the water. So when you look at it, since we obviously have no fees or commissions, $6 profit divided by $84, that is a little over 7% return on our money, 7.14% return. So that's in 1 day, one trade. I mean, good little trade there for sure. Like I said, do not think, especially when you're in a small account in my opinion is anything under under $10,000. Once you're trading with 10 grand or more, you're starting to trade with a lot more money, of course, and you're going to get bigger dollars. That's the thing. It's obviously takes money to make money market. So when you're starting out with anything less than 10 grand, don't be thinking in terms of dollars, because you're just going to be like, well, man, how can I make a couple more dollars, We were hitting on this a little bit yesterday, where if you have a position, $100 position, and it's up $5, that's a 5% return. That's a good return, but you're thinking in terms of dollars, and you're like, well, how can I make $10? Like, how can I turn this $5 profit into a 10? I need to squeeze another $5 profit out of this. You're essentially asking the stock that's already up 5%, which is a good move to the upside. You're asking it to double to 10% return. Now, if you were thinking in the terms of dollars and you were trading with a $1,000 position, that's saying $5 is then 50. So just do not get caught in thinking in terms of dollars, because it's just not worth it. Like I was talking about yesterday, I wish they would come out with a platform where there was an option where you could look at your percentages only, because I guarantee you the whole status quo about 90% of traders lose money. I guarantee you if people started trading just looking at percentages instead of dollars, I guarantee you that number from 90% of traders lose money would easily drop probably to at the minimum 70%. Doesn't seem like a lot, but that's over double, triple the amount of traders that make money right now. So if you ever get caught looking at how much dollars you made per month, that's why you don't see me really talking about how much actual dollars I made. In the Discord group chat, I'll be like, oh, I'll kind of make fun of myself. I'll be like, oh, I made $7, like whatever. But on these streams, a lot of times, I'll just say I'm up 2 point whatever percent on the day. I'm up 10% or whatever percent. If this fucking piece of shit website will work, we're up 10-11% on the month. You won't see me go like, oh, I'm up $173, because a lot of people will get turned off. Oh, $173 in the past month, that's not a lot. Well, do 10-11% profit on a $10,000 account. That'd be about what, $1,700 roughly that I made. Or no, that'd be a $17,000 account. On a $10,000 account, 10-11% profit, that's about $1,100. So just don't get caught up in the whole how much dollars you're making until you actually have a very, very good sized account. Like up 2% on the day, that is a good day. I mean, literally, if you can do 2% every day, which isn't going to happen, FYI, but if you can do 2% a day, I mean, you would see tremendous results. I mean, you can see how my week went. Started out kind of flat, down 1/4%. And then we were down 1%, up 0.5%, down 3%, down 1%, kind of just hung around down 1%, down 2%, then almost break even, and then finally, and this is for the entire account. Man, this website sucks so bad. It lags horribly. Look at that. And then we were up a little. Then we came back down. I mean, it's a roller coaster. You're not gonna have you're not gonna literally have the whole 2% a day or 5% a day. Just shoot for the big target. I want to make 5% this week. I don't care how I get it. If I go down 5%, up 2%, just as long as by Friday I'm up 5%. There you go. Because 5% a week, that's what? That's 20% a month. I mean, that is a huge, you're asking to literally outperform what the market does in a year, in a month, by 8%. The market only averages roughly 8 to 12% a year, depending on the year. So, I mean, and I mean, it is possible. I mean, day traders do make more money than obviously the market, or they wouldn't be doing it for a living. But just don't get, I can't preach it enough. Do not get caught up in the dollars until, I mean, I would say never get caught up in the dollars, but if you want to get caught up in the dollars, add more money to the account. Simple as that. So oil still kind of hanging around that 56.50 mark, but overall, decent day. Cannot complain. We're getting close actually to break even on that UWG trade. We got about 14 cents to go, which is roughly what, about a 0.5% move, maybe a whole percent, 0.5% to 1% move to the upside for UWT. Obviously, since I have 100 shares, that's a $14 difference if you want to think in terms of dollars. So that'd put us, like I said, back up to close where we were to start the day or whatever. But other than that, I'm probably done. I mean, I'm pretty much done making moves for the day. I don't even think I have that much buying power available now. Robinhood web sucks so bad. I don't remember it lagging this bad. It says we're still doing good on the stream health. So I mean, it's literally just Robinhood. So we do have $225 of buying power, but as tempted as I am to like do another SPY trade, $200, it just isn't worth it, because I mean at the max I'm gonna make, say I make 10% on a option contract. It's only, I mean it's still a good little $20 profit, but it's just not worth it in my opinion to use that last day trade, especially when I might have to use it sometime Monday, Tuesday. I won't have any day trades till Wednesday, and even then I've only got one available. So as tempting as it is, especially right at this second, as tempting as it is, I'll have to pass on it. But how are you all doing? I see we got like, it sounds like about 6 of us or so are in here right now. How's everybody doing on their trades? What kind of stocks? What stocks are you all looking at today? See, that's what blows my mind about Gush. Oil's down a lot. Gush is up 6%. And we found out that Gush doesn't obviously just move along with oil, it does with like exploration as well. Like the whole, I think it moves some with natural gas, if I remember right too. I heard something about that on a website I was looking at, but I was half asleep. Oil pulling back again a little bit here. Wow. So apparently someone on CNBC, not someone on CNBC, but someone they're interviewing has a price target on Amazon of almost $2,500. By when? 2022? I mean, good Lord. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think long term, I mean, I still think Amazon around this price is pretty cheap. If you got this thing around $1,300, $1,400, I mean, that was an amazing price point. Especially, like, for those of you that do the options, the longer term options, you could have made a lot of money trading long term options on Amazon. Because, I mean, let's be real. Amazon is, like, Amazon's the thing for the world right now. And probably is going to be for at least the next, until something else knocks Amazon off, which I think is going to be at least another 10 or 20 years. But goddamn, 2,400, almost 2,500. He's like 2,450 or something like that. I mean, you're talking so damn high from where we're currently at. You're talking almost a 50% move to the upside. I mean, it seems unreasonable, but I mean, look where Amazon's come in the last 3 years. I mean, it came from, I could see that happening maybe in the next 2 to 3 years, but not anytime too soon. 21, I'm honestly thinking it's going to hit 2,100 this calendar year. That wouldn't be a surprise at all. But, man, I don't know about 2,450 anytime too soon. I was actually considering with my entire account, because it was the other day, Amazon was down, I think like 2 or 3%. I was considering doing a swing trade, pretty much my entire account. Yeah, it was this day. I was like, I'm considering doing a swing trade on Amazon. I could make a quick whatever amount of percentage, but I mean, I made more by not doing it. I would have made at the max about $50, where this week I've made more than that. So I'm up more than Amazon's up this week at least. And that's with UWT still performing like shit. So, no, I don't want to close it. But yeah, I mean, long term, Amazon is an amazing stock. And at 1,600, it's still a good buy, in my opinion. Looks like oil's breaking down a little bit again. Might be getting ready to do a double bottom on our 5-minute chart. I don't know about the 1 minute. Yeah, 1 minute might be getting ready to double bottom as well. What the hell? Hopefully that's a late notification. Yeah, that must be, my phone must be late. My phone was telling me SPY option order executed, and I was like, that's a little late. But Yeah, I think we're double bottoming here. 5-minute chart shows it the best. We'll see though. We'll see what happens. So those of you that haven't bought any UWT yet, this might be your time to do so. I'd kind of watch it though. I want to see if it's going to make a new low of the day. It might. So D-gas still hovering around $90. Yeah, like I said, I want to see natural gas go over 285 before you potentially like entering in any D-gas. I'm not going to enter D-gas, but I know there's a lot of us here that are trading D-gas and U-gas today, probably, especially on this 4% move, 1%, over 1% move on natural gas. Something tells me D-gas is going to revisit $88 before the end of the day, personally. Could be wrong though. AMD is still around 24. That's amazing to me. I won't lie, AMD is one that I totally missed. I thought AMD, just by looking at like the year-over-year chart, I thought this thing was going to be back under $10 by now. Whenever it first popped up, hell, it was about a year ago now. When it first popped up over $10 and headed on up towards 15 to 20, I was in the boat. Right around here, I was calling for it. I was like, this thing's going to go back down under $10 again. But it didn't. It just kept pushing. And I mean, I missed out on that one. That was a bad call on my end. If you had bought some AMD about a year ago, not even a year ago, back in April of last year at $9, and you somehow held it till 30 plus, I mean, you literally almost actually, you would have tripled your money. So, I mean, that was a good investment that I actually missed out on. And, I mean, I'm still sticking to my guns on it. I mean, I think long term it's going to go back down under $10 to $15, but so far I've been wrong. Crude oil just broke another low of the day, I think. Yep, I think that's a new low. Yep, new low of the day on oil. Oops. Anyone buy that right around 15.10? I'm telling you, man, that's a good buying opportunity. Oil's down almost 2% today. That's a great opportunity. What cracks me up is like on some of those stock forums, like the horrible ones like Stock Twits, like you'll see people that, it's just crazy. Like people that are all out bearish on the market, all out bearish on oil, like they're just bearish on everything. It's like, why you even trade? All you do is short everything. I mean, apparently you don't like making money. So I just got the notification. UWT is down 5.1%. It was also down that much on this day. It was actually down about 10% on this day. So look at that. Fresh new low, down 5.5%, over 5.5%. Let's take a look at natural gas. Natural gas is still hovering super close to that 285 mark. Wonder how the market's doing. Dow Jones is now only up 40. SP, oh, I did / That's my fault. Okay, I already know. SPY is now only up 0.25% on the day. I wonder if anyone played this drop right here. I guarantee you it's gonna, even though it's probably gonna get rejected, it's probably gonna bounce back up to 279.50 within probably the next minute. 279.40 already. So just like that, could have been another 10% profit on some SPY calls. New low on UWT and oil again. What's old Gush doing? I bet you Gush is up even more now. No, it's finally starting to pull back too. So Gush is now under $11. It's only up 3.25% today. Yeah, you can see Dow Jones is getting pretty close to UNCH 2. This is just a spider ETF of the Dow Jones. DIA. XOP is somehow still up as well, about 1%. XOP tends to go pretty much hand in hand with Gush, if you didn't know that. Just XOP tends to not be as volatile from a percentage standpoint. You can see that's only up about 1%, where XOP it's up like 3 still. Or Gush, I meant Gush is up about 3.25, and XOP is only up about 1.25. So it's just a little difference in volatility, but for the most part, oil plays a huge factor in those. But if you really want to trade like a oil ETF or ETN or whatever, then UWT and DWT are the best ones in my opinion. UWT goes literally like hand in hand with oil, and then DWT is obviously going to do the total opposite. So if you traded DWT today, you made some decent money for sure. But with DWT, I only like day trading it because obviously I'm bullish on oil. So why would I want to hold DWT overnight when I'm expecting oil to go up more times than not? So yeah, that's probably making my account look nasty. Yeah. That's showing we're almost flat on the hell. It shows we were negative at one point. But like I said, I'm not worried about it. I'm planning on holding this over the weekend, and all will be good before long. So we're holding quite a bit of UWT. That's why it's showing that we haven't made like any money today. But in reality, we've made on closed positions just over 7% on those SPY contracts. We made like 1% on Gush. For a total dollar amount of like $20-something made today. I think about $30 actually. $26 to $30 somewhere in there of profit net, and then we're gonna just wait until we're gonna ride this oil wave out over the next day or so, next probably 1 to 2 trading days, and watch what happens. SQ is back down to 77.14. That's another good buying opportunity. SQ, like I said, price target 80 plus. You get in this around $77. You ride it even up to just 80. That's a 3.75% return. You ride it up to 82, 83. I think it's going to 83 over the next few days. That's a 7 to 8% return in just a few days of trading. So that's a potentially good little investment for those of you. We talk about Square quite a bit here as well. I swung traded or overnight traded it during the earnings. Dropped on the earnings met expectations. Guidance was amazing. I already know a lot about the company, so I hopped in around like, what was it, 74.35, wrote it up only to like 77.59 or something like that, but made a quick like 4 to 5% on that. Was that yesterday? I think. Yeah, that was yesterday's trade. Look at that double top around $83 though, $82.50 area. 1, 2, boom, back down it came. But I bet it finds some support right around $77. I would not be surprised at all to see this find some support right around this level. Down 5%. If it fills the gap alone, you're going to make 5% on your money. Same thing with UWT. Fills the gap alone, you're going to make 4 to 5% on your money. So anytime there's big pullbacks like this, they're just buying opportunities. I mean, especially in this market right now, we're not by any means, we just came out of a correction. We're not literally gonna go from correction, bull run, correction in 1 to 2 months of trading. It's more than, is it to say it's never going to happen? No, but is it going to happen? More than likely not. I mean, you're not going to look at SQ coming back down to $40, $50 again. So, good buying opportunities today all over the place, really. Wonder if SPY is about to go negative. Still around 1/3% up, 1/4% up on the day. What I say, if you bought that low, that new low of the day on the options, you bought a short-term call, you probably just made 10 to 20% on your money in the last 5 minutes or more if you're still holding it right now. So, I mean, let's just pull one up just so we can like take a look at it. Because I know there's a lot of people here that don't really trade SPY or options even for that matter. And you're probably wondering, well, what the hell is he talking about? So, we're going to look at some SPY options if they ever decide to pull up on this slow-ass trading platform, Robinhood. You get what you pay for, right? And it's free, so what do you expect? So, I'm always talking about whenever you're day trading, you're going to want to do the closest to expiration or like the next closest. I never like to do day of. I don't even think you can do day of. Yeah. So, you want to do the next closest to expiration. So see, if I had messed up and held that contract that I bought at $80-something when I sold it for 90 plus, I forget exactly what I bought it for. Bought it for, it's not even showing up on here, but pretty much I bought it in the 80s, I sold it in the 90s. If I had held that same position, I'd be down $24 per position. So I mean, when you're doing this, you need to be able to sit at the computer, get in and out of that trade. I mean, I got out of that trade, it showed in 2 minutes. 2 minutes is how long we held that position. But like, so what I would do in this position is, well, not right now because it just sold off and we just recovered a little bit. But anytime you see this pullback, see something like this or this happen, which I'm assuming is about to happen again, unless if we start to rally here this late morning. Anytime you see a little bit of a panic pullback, go in there, buy the closest in the money contract. So at this moment it would be the 279, since that's the closest in the money. For those of you that don't know options terms, in the money just pretty much means like what the stock is at right now. So right now it's at 279.40. So 279.50 would be out of the money because it's not at 279.50, but 279 is in the money because the stock is above 279. So I like to go closest to in the money. Sometimes I'll rarely, like in this case, I'd probably consider going to out of the money just because it's so close. So I mean, let's just use this one for example. So see, it just went to 77 cents. That means it's going to cost you $77 per contract. Boom, just dropped to 75. So what you'd want to do, which I'm not going to, get that off there so I don't do it on accident. What you'll do is you kind of just sit here and watch SPY. So see how it just pulled back? Just watch it, and eventually you find a buy point that you're like, you know what, I think it's getting ready to rebound. If you'd hopped in right then, you would have got it at 73 cents. Boom, just went up to 76. You just made $3 of profit in less than a minute on a $73 investment. Let's say you went ahead and just sold right there, which I probably wouldn't, but let's say you did just for giggles, just to see how much your profit would be. $3 return, or boom, there you go, $5 return on a $73 investment. We have no fees because we're trading on Robinhood. Bam, you just made 6.8% in literally 1 minute of trading. But that's why I said when you do this, you have to be able to sit at that laptop and watch for the exact moment you want to get in and out of a trade, because it can happen like that. So when you're doing that kind of trading, I mean, there's lots of money. Whenever, like I said, when I can do this full time here in the next year or two, this is the kind of trading I will be doing on a daily basis. Just get in, get out within 1 to 2 minutes usually. I can't believe there's not a lot more people doing that. I mean, it is super risky, but I mean, as long as you, like, I personally would not have bought this candle. I like to get a little bit of confirmation that we're going to keep going down. So like, let's see what the price is at right now. It's at 72. So I mean, I probably would still be holding out. Like on this one that we bought, where was it? Was it this one that I bought earlier? I don't remember what time that was. I think it was, I don't remember when it was actually. It was earlier on this morning. It might have been this one right here. Yeah, I think it was this little, no, I don't remember, but see, boom, you just saw right there, keep it dropping, keep it dropping. So I'm pretty much showing you all what I do on these trades, since we might have some new people tuning in. We're just gonna watch it, and right now I would probably consider getting in, maybe. So that's $70. So now we're gonna watch it rally 10 cents, 10, 20-cent rally. Not even 20, probably about a 10-cent rally. Actually, I probably would not have got in. I like to wait until there's an oversold signal too. RSI is not showing oversold. I mean, you still probably could have got in right there. It's probably going to make a little bit of money. But I like to wait until there's an oversold condition on our RSI 1 minute. Right now, it's not showing. I mean, it's not overbought by any means, but it hasn't gone into completely oversold condition yet. I'm betting it's getting ready to take another downward move here before long. But say you got out right now. Price hasn't updated. The slow ass thing. Yeah, this price action isn't up to date. But I mean, if you had gotten in at that 71, you still would have made $3 in about a minute so far. But see, I think it's getting ready to take another move down here in a second. But who knows? It could push on up to 279.40 here in just a minute. Which, if it does, that means you're going to get even more profit on that trade. But yeah, that's pretty much how it works. It's super simple. Like I said, just usually I like to look at the RSI as my main indicator for those specific trades. Once it gets into complete oversold condition, like where you have RSI of 30 below, it's usually a good time to hop in those really quickly, because then you're going to ride it up just a little bit. Not even a 1/10 of a percent move, but you make 6 to 10+% on your money within 1 to 5 minutes. It's like right now, see, this piece of shit's not updating hardly, but from 70, 71 to 75, that's still however much percent of profit, 6 to 8% in just a couple minutes. So that's my favorite way to trade. Short, quick, in and out. Now you need to be quick to be ready to cut losses at the same time, because if the trade, you're going to know within, like I said, 1 to 2 minutes if the trade's going to go against you or not. So if for some reason you see the candle continued on downward, worst comes to worst, that's why I said you want to wait until it looks like it can't get no worse. If the trade goes against you though, have a super tight loss on it set. So it's just one of those things, but a lot of money to be made doing that. So oil still kind of hovering around lows of the day. UWT just slightly off of the lows. D-gas still hovering around 90, because natural gas is still hovering around 284 to 285. So yeah, other than that, pretty slow overall day. We had a good start to the morning, big pullback. Market was overall up like 1% plus. Now we're only up a little bit over 0.2% for the day. But yeah. And then the next thing too, why you want to get in and out of these trades so fast is your theta is going to be killing you on this trade. So you have to keep theta in the back of your head whenever you're holding these, because you're going so close to the deadline that literally you want to get in and out of this trade within 5 minutes, usually 5-10 minutes max. Most of the times when I do these trades, it's like a 2-minute trade though. Like, let's go into the history and just take a look, because I'm pretty sure it was a 2-minute trade, but we can just take a look real quick if this slow ass thing wants to work. Let's see. How are we doing on the stream? Looks like we're still doing all right. So, wow, we are all the way down to Turtle Beach, huh? Fucking piece of shit. Come on. This damn Robinhood web, dude, I swear. There we go. Are we finally gonna start working now? No? Okay. Such a pain in the ass. Okay, there we go. So, we bought this. It doesn't even show the exact time, but I know for a fact it was like a 2 to 3 minute trade. That one got canceled. Let's go to the one we actually bought. Okay, so there we go. Got filled at March 1st, 10:16 a.m. Eastern Time. 84 cents, $84 per contract. My limit was 85, so I actually got filled at a decent price. My limit sell, boom, 2 minute trade. 10:16, 10:18 a.m. Yep, 10:16 to 10:18. Got filled at $90. It was a quick 7.1, 7.2% return on our money. So that was a good little trade. Should have made it a little bit larger of a position. I would have, shoulda, coulda, woulda at the end of the day. If I could have done it over, I probably would have did 5 or 6 contracts instead of 3. But it was the first time I'd done any options trading at all in like months, so I didn't want to smack myself in the face or nothing and end up losing quite a bit of money. Because that's the thing. Like I said, you can lose money quick doing these, so you better be ready to get in and out. Like I said, that was a 2 minute trade. So I mean, imagine doing this trade with a, let's say you bought 10 contracts essentially at 84, so that would have been an $840 position. Not even too large of a position, but I mean an $840 position. The trade made me 7.1%. You'd have made $60 in 2 minutes. Tell me what job pays you that kind of salary. So I could have taken that large of a position, but like I said, I didn't want to, especially for the first time being back at trading options and whatnot in a long time. So let's check out oil. Still hovering right around the lows of the day, pretty close. But I'm probably not going to stay on here too much longer. It's already going on 10:30. I'm starting to get a little hungry myself. And not a lot really is going on now. We're kind of just hovering around what I think is going to be the pinpoint for stocks and the overall markets. I think the market's probably going to end up about 1/3% on the day, it looks like. And I'm betting that oil, at the most, it might gap up to the 56.50, max 57. But we'd have to get some kind of push in the afternoon session. Afternoon session tends to treat us better than the morning session for oil. But just depends. We'll see what kind of buyers or sellers come in this afternoon. But if we don't have, if anyone has any ticker symbols, just shout them out. I'll probably stay on for a couple more minutes. And if we don't get any ticker symbols or anything like that, then I'll probably go ahead and wrap the stream up. I might hop on our Discord group chat. That's another thing. With our Discord group chat, there's like an actual voice chat in there. And not a lot of people use it. I never really bring too much attention to it. It just doesn't cross my mind. But I don't have to be the one that starts the group chat in there. Like if any of you guys in there, I know we got like 60 of us in there. If anyone wants to just hop in there and chat with one another, I mean, that's in there. There's multiple tabs in there, but there's a voice chat in there where just we can all hop in there and talk. And I might actually hop in there a little bit after we hop off this stream. So if you haven't joined that group already, like I said, it's down in the description box. If you don't know what Discord is, it's an app you can get for any smartphone. You click the link. It takes about 2 minutes. If you haven't signed up for Discord, it might take a couple more minutes, but 2 to 5 minutes completely to like sign up, join the group and everything. And like I said, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. We'd love to have you here, add you to this awesome community of like-minded individuals. We don't only talk about the stock market here. We also talk about just ways to make money online, reselling on eBay, Amazon, all that good stuff. I'm trying to get my girlfriend to get on doing the whole Amazon thing and hopefully maybe start her a little YouTube channel about it. So who knows, we might do that. I'll keep you guys posted about that. But we talk about just ways to make money essentially. Mostly stock market, but there are tabs in there about thrifting, reselling, and all that good stuff. And I got tons of videos on Amazon stuff too. If you go into my channel, I have a bunch of playlists set up. There's one in there called like Amazon selling or Amazon FBA, something like that. And there's probably at least 30 to 50 videos in there about selling on Amazon. which is a good way, by the way, if you think you're stuck and you're thinking, well, I can't really invest any money into my account. Start out with selling on Amazon and eBay. Go to garage sales. We're getting close to garage sale season. Go to garage sales, book sales, all that stuff. Find stuff that is super, super cheap. Sell it on Amazon, sell it on eBay for, like, you're buying the stuff for like $1 to $2. You're selling it for 10 to 20 to 50 on up. I mean, you can make some really good money doing that stuff. It looks like we actually just had somebody just join the Discord group chat. So welcome, welcome. You'll be getting some welcome messages from all of us. But yeah, other than that, if we don't have any questions or tickers, then I'll go ahead and just wrap the stream up. It'll be interesting, like I said, to see kind of how oil moves and the overall market moves the rest of the day. I'm probably going to replace this with SPY. SPY looks like just made new lows too. This might be a good time if you're looking to do that option method that I just talked about. Now might be your buy point. Might be. You might have just missed it too though. So like I said, just keep a lookout on that. And if nothing else, paper trade. Paper trade, paper trade. For your first few days, I know it can be kind of boring paper trading because you're like, it's hard to get motivated about trading with fake money, but just do it. I mean, just do it for a couple days. Do it for a whole trading week. See right there, you probably would have made 5 to 10%. But just paper trade for a whole week. Like, first, obviously, go through study all the YouTubers, Warrior Trader, any of the videos that I have if you want to look at those. Ricky Gutierrez is another one who's got a ton of videos on his. I think he's got like crazy amount of videos on his. There's a whole bunch of guys. Just study all the different like traders on YouTube, on the internet, and then just start paper trading on the TD Ameritrade also has, I don't know if you're still watching, Nick, but TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim has a paper trading where it looks just like this, but you get to actually trade with like fake money. They start you out with like 200,000 fake dollars essentially. And a lot of people are like, well, I'm not going to be trading with 200,000. Then limit yourself. If you think you're going to be starting with $500, do it based on a $500 account. Only use $500. And then once you prove to yourself over a week or so that, hey, I actually get this, I'm making a little bit of money, I'm covering my profits, I'm not like gambling, trying to squeeze the most profit out or anything like that, then maybe hop in with a couple $100. But just take it slow, learn, absorb all that information, and start putting it to work. And then before you know it, you'll be making some money. But when you're starting out, if you're stuck on how to like just make money and get money into your account, because I know there's a lot of people living paycheck to paycheck, got all these bills, got kids, dogs, all that good stuff. Start out, make your budget, figure out how much money's coming in, how much money's going out every month. Literally, I tell people all the time, you'll be amazed how you feel when you sit down and do your first budget. I mean, the first budget's going to suck. I mean, you're going to throw away probably 10 different kinds because you're going to be like, shit, I forgot about this. I forgot about that. It's just how it works. But you get that first budget laid out, you're going to feel like you got a raise because you're going to realize at the end of the month, man, we've got $100. We got $200 or who knows, maybe you're on the shit end of the stick where, man, we got to make $100 just to pay all these bills. But then from there, at least you know where you got to start working. Like, say you got a full-time job, but you're $100 in the hole every month. Guess what? You're going to start doing Uber or something. You're going to start selling books on Amazon. Just find a way to make more money, keep more money. Don't go wasting it on stupid shit like clothes and food and all this other stuff. Go out there, learn how to get the money, learn how to keep it, and then learn how to multiply it. That's what it's all about at the end of the day. It's literally just the 3 pillars of financial freedom. Learn to make money. Most people have that down. Learn how to keep money. That's where most people mess up. And then obviously learn how to multiply it. That's what it's all about at the end of the day. So on that note, hopefully you guys did enjoy the stream. If you did, definitely make sure to smash that like button. I'd greatly appreciate that. Appreciate all of your all support. I don't know how many of us we've had in here today, but I know we've had 6, 7 of you in here constantly. So can't stress enough how much I appreciate all of you tuning in. Like I said, we'd love to have you here. Definitely consider subscribing below if you haven't already. And if you hit the little, I think there's a little bell icon down there. If you hit that, you'll be notified every time we go live. Who knows, I might go live again later on this afternoon, kind of just as like a market recap video or something, like I usually do almost every single day on this channel. And then, of course, we'll have our Sunday stock watch tomorrow, or not tomorrow, on Sunday. I might have an actual video to upload for you guys tomorrow. I'll keep those of you in Discord updated on that. And like I said, if you haven't already, Discord, it's down in the description box. But yeah, hopefully you guys have stayed green this week. Like I said, we can take a look at my overall account real quick if Robinhood wants to actually cooperate and load. Obviously, it's going to look a little bad because of holding a bunch of UWT right now. But if you look at the overall peak on the day or close to it, like I said, if Robinhood wants to even cooperate. Good Lord. Yeah, it's literally just this platform. Let's just go out to the 1 month so we can just look at how much we made this last month. Maybe. Yeah, Robinhood web sucks. So overall, still up over 9% in the last month. The last trading week, up 6%. Like I said, I'm looking, wow, that's awesome. Yeah, something's been wrong with this web page all day. You don't got to tell me. I already knew that. But anyways, who knows, maybe now it's going to start working good. If you take out, obviously, that we're down a bit on that UWT, up about 8% on the last week, but including that, still up over 6%. Good week overall. Definitely added a lot this last week. We had a slow start to the month. Obviously, we were down like 4 to 5% for a while, and then we started finally going up. Had a couple down days this week, but still overall in the last month, up over 8-9%. And I'm sure that'll look a lot better come Monday, Tuesday next week. So it'll be interesting to see kind of how the next couple days plays out. But like I said, thanks again, everybody, for tuning in. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. Check out that Discord group chat. We'd love to have you there. But until next time, guys, keep on going out there, making your profits, covering your profits, and achieving your financial freedom in 2019 and beyond. And I will see you guys, like I said, over in Discord throughout the day. And I'll see you in the next stream, possibly this afternoon, if not for the Sunday Stock Watch. Take it easy, guys.